Two telco presentations. The first one by KT, the second one by SK Telecom. This presentation is given by Young-il Seo, who is head of Blockchain Center at KT. He will give a presentation on use of blockchain in telco, KT's case study. Let's welcome Young-il, please.
Hi, everyone. Actually, I have 18 years experience in IP network engineer. And I have 4 years experience in the blockchain engineer. Anyhow, so I'll provide how the telco makes business paradigm shift from the operate blockchain infra and make business innovation. So from the operate blockchain. Okay, let's see how the world is changing by using of the blockchain. So the cryptocurrency price is fluctuated in these days. You know, till last year, the price of Bitcoin is skyrocketing, but this year, those diving, right? I strongly believe that the potential power of the blockchain, but I think this kind of the cryptocurrency price is kind of bubble. We saw the similar bubble 19 years ago. What's that? Dot-com bubble, internet bubble. You know, after the burst of dot-com bubble and internet bubble, the Google and Amazon and Apple got the first position in the history because they are providing the value from the connectivity. For example, Amazon is making values from the connectivity between the online and offline. Who will be the next Amazon? By providing the value from the connectivity by using a blockchain. That is the key point of my presentation. So most guys are saying that blockchain technology is killing the middleman business position. But I think the middleman business position is a revolutionary change to digitalized middleman. That is the correct expression, right? So, and blockchain is providing the trust highway for the fourth industrial revolution. You know, the Amazon is creating the value from the connectivity. The next Amazon will be providing trustful highway and trustful connectivity among such digitalized industries. Okay, let's see the example how world is changing with the blockchain. As you know, the start of the Ripple is using cryptocurrency XRP. So they are, the volume is $20 billion US, and they are connecting the 100 banks. They are providing low cost and real-time global remittance service, but the legacy remittance service, they are using the multi-step clearing system like SWIFT, the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. In this system, you know very well, cost is very high and too slow, 7 days or the 7% of cost fee. Anyhow, the Ripple is making big business paradigm shift by using of the blockchain technology. And blockchain is innovatively used in the supply chain management system because this blockchain-based SCM is providing the traceability and transparency. IBM and the Walmart are collaborating to make the blockchain-based supply chain management system. In this system, you know, it will take 7 days to find who's making fault in the legacy supply chain management system, but blockchain-based supply chain management system, it will take only 2 seconds. That's the point. Blockchain is making the innovation of legacy energy business trading with providing the trustful and efficient P2P energy trading. Most European country or the US is doing very well this kind of energy trading, P2P energy trading. But the situation is a little bit different in Korea. But I think this energy trading by using of blockchain will be useful in the most African country because, you know, the African country is doing the energy trading business in prepaid model. So blockchain-based energy trading will be powerful and useful in African country. And blockchain is also making direct trading between the content creator and consumer, and the direct investment to the content creator, like Composer and Singer. Some of the singers are composers are already issuing their own coin to deliver their content to the customer. In internet, we have been making very useful service and the application for almost 30 years, right? So we have a big chance and opportunity in blockchain, which is the underlying technology of a valuable asset like Bitcoin. Like internet successful business case, all kind of business innovation is possible with the blockchain. Here in many business areas, you can see the very familiar value transaction business chance. So even IPTV service is very popular in Korea. The micro-licensing and secure right management of digital contents are possible with the blockchain. If you use the super secure access control techniques in the distributed data storage, we can make a ransomware-free infrastructure. And you know, in current IoT business is not growing because of they do not provide the data federations. So current IoT business is targeting only silo-based environment. So if we provide the data federations of the blockchain, as I already mentioned, that the trustful highway of the data exchange, so we can make such data federation in IoT business and regrowing again. So, and the healthcare, health chain and energy chain, privacy protection on blockchain are the most important area to make business paradigm shift. Okay, in this moment, we need to check the status of the blockchain-based service revolution in real world. We can divide the blockchain player as two parts. As you see the left side, existing market dominator, such as finance and cloud vendor, like Amazon, IBMs, they are using blockchain to consolidate their market. On the other hand, you can see the right side, there are 1,500 startups around the world. They are fighting for taking business areas of existing legacy players. Most of those startups are focused on the each solution, just the POC level. So they are getting a lot of investment rather than business success. That's the key point. So I would like to ask that the whole of blockchainer, are you ready for big business paradigm shift with the blockchain? Okay, let's see the hurdles of blockchain business in three categories: market, regulation, technology. You know, the dominance of the centralized legacy operator is so big. So many blockchain startup companies are still struggling to get the market. For example, in Korea, KEPCO has the monopoly in energy business. Blockchain-based P2P energy trading is just a distant story in a moment in Korea, unfortunately. Electricity supplied by KEPCO is only 7 cents, but the renewable energy is 14 cents, double price. Yeah, so it seems to require more time to make success. But some of European countries and US, they are doing energy chain very well. And in most African countries, energy trading is prepaid model, already mentioned. Blockchain will be very powerful in such countries. So big difference between each countries. In addition, in the field of the personal medical data distribution, many advanced countries, such as the United States, are already carrying out health chains as the demonstration project supported by US government. But in Korea, rather than the utilization of personal data, the regulation about privacy protection is much more important issue. So we need to make regulation improvements, the development of technology to overcome such regulation, like privacy on blockchain technology. In the technology perspective, in some case, because of a centralized and legacy IT solution dominate the market, it's not easy for some of blockchain-based IT solutions to take their position. For example, blockchain-based authentication as alternative of OAuth are very difficult to get into the market and succeed. Why the user install such blockchain application wallet in their device, and why the big player and website accept such blockchain-based authentication as the alternatives of OAuth. What kind of benefit as the alternative of OAuth? Every technology should provide strong and reasonable benefit to make market shift. What is absolutely necessary for the blockchain to make market shift in real business? Everyone say that the disruptive VM will be very important thing. I think in addition to such kind of disruptive VM, stable performance and trust are also important things when we are making the blockchain-based service. You know, most users are accustomed to big size content exchange and the high speed. So we are accustomed to internet. So that is to say the internet is providing high speed and no limitation of content size. So the real-time processing of the large size data transaction is the prerequisite to make market shift with the blockchain. So KT is preparing such kind of blockchain-based internet. So from now on, I'm going to introduce the case study of blockchain usage in KT. Maybe 8 or 9 case study will be introduced, but we are preparing 30 more projects of the blockchain. So KT, the policy is releasing each project results after finish. So I will introduce that 30 more projects till the end of this year. And so from now on, I'm going to introduce the case study to make the new business chance for the KT and KT subsidiaries. Okay, let's see the first case study of the smart contract in KT. We are using the cryptocurrency-based coin named K-coin, program coin, in our blockchain cafe. Every employee is using this K-coin to buy the capsule copy in our office. This programmable K-coin has 3 valuable control features. One is the time control and usage control and approve control. This is the detailed signage is using the K-coin. If some kid try to buy cigar and beer, so it doesn't work. But they are trying to buy the cup noodle or milk, it works. So that is to say, we can control our kids' usage of the money. That is the programmable coin. It's working in the detailed signage. So this K-coin can be also used as the replacement of the escrow system in some used things trading site like a gold market. You know gold market? Gold market is very popular in Korea. It's trading the used golf club. So this kind of the programmable K-coin will be easily replaced such kind of the escrow system. Here is another use case of K-coin in our child company KT M-House, which is using blockchain-based cryptocurrency platform to use mobile coupon service like gift show. Gift show is very popular in Korea, so we can use that gift show in Starbucks cafe to buy the Starbucks coffee. So this is making easily the exact and fast clearing and settlement with the franchise. In merchant side, they can get the benefits of more fast and exact clearing and settlement. If the customer side, they can easily exchange those K-coin based coupon to other customer and exchange those coupon to other digital asset by using of K-coin. And this is the first commercial level usage case of digital asset exchange platform with blockchain technology in Korea, as I think. Let me say another example of KT smart contract use case. I would like to introduce the GPP platform. GPP means Global Epidemic Prevention Platform, introduced by KT CEO in World Economic Forum last year. This GPP is targeting for preventing the global spread of the epidemic with the Telco Alliance. That is providing the information sharing. What kind of information? Like the visit information to infected area. In this case, the most important thing is the privacy protection of each telco's customer. So we solve that issue by using of privacy on blockchain technology. That is the first case study in the world developed by KT. Advanced hash and super secure access control features are provided as the first step of implementation for privacy on blockchain technology on GPP system. Here is meaningful results. In Korea, in case the usage of credit card over $50, so every credit card company should keep the credit card bill for 5 years by law. I would like to introduce a very useful case study of the blockchain IT system in KT and KT subsidiary BC Card, which is keeping the credit card electronic signature. We call it the ESC system. This ESC system is a kind of different architectures based on the mini chain architecture. In details, the cascade composition of the mini chain is providing a bunch of features like the optimization of storage capacity and efficiency at works. So we can save, it's an impressive result. We can save more than 84% of server consumption, and we can save more than 88% of processing time. And as you know, in public blockchain, we cannot delete any transaction, right? But we made a deleting feature in this private chain issued by the customer. So we can delete the old data older than 5 years. So the legal retention period, 5 years. We can delete it. And we upgrade the previous ESG system to electronic document storing and exchange system to handle big size content, the exchange of big size content. This blockchain-based EDMS system is being used in KT and KT subsidiary. This system is handling big size contents above 10 gigabytes. Very impressive. This is the basic technology to make implementation of blockchain internet, which is handling the exchange of big size content, all unlimited size of content with high speed, based on the future internet made by blockchain technology. Blockchain can be used in many areas in telco, like the carrier roaming clearance and settlement. Current inter-telco roaming system is non-real-time clearing of each usage. That is to say, monthly-based usage. In some case, fraud and double charge or age debt exist in that legacy system. And frankly speaking, you know, someone is visited a foreign country to use this kind of the roaming. So the roaming call should revisit to the home agent, home operate, because of non-real-time issue, non-real-time clearing issue. Because of that reason, telco cannot provide the local breakout. So roaming user cannot use high quality of local LTE from this kind of the clearing, non-real-time clearing issue. So in some user, they terribly dislike this kind of such poor roaming LTE quality. So they are buying local SIM card. Is there anyone to buy the local SIM card for such kind of the poor? Okay, many ones. So in such case, they cannot use their own cell phone number, right? So if we use this kind of blockchain-based carrier roaming clearance and settlement system, so we can provide, there's no fraud and no error, no debt exists. And we can provide such kind of the local breakout issue, providing real-time data clearing and settlement. And this blockchain-based roaming clearance and settlement system can be used for the implementation of the cross-carrier value-added service incubation. What is that? If we put some valuable information over CDR, CDR means call detail, what is it? Record. Yeah, call detail record. So if we put the valuable information over there, so we can make another extra value-added service, and we can have the value-generating infra inter-carriers. What is that? So if we put the cross-carrier ID information over CDR or location information over CDR, we can make location-based service between telcos. And if we put the cross-carrier digital asset management information over CDR, we can make cross-carrier video content sales service. And this one is very important. You know, the SWIFT will be gone in a few years later. I don't know exactly, but the G20 are collaborating to block the cryptocurrency-based P2P remittance. Such kind of the approach cannot make the KYC AML. So I think this will be the alternative solution. If we put the cross-carrier global remittance information over CDR, we can have global remittance infra. So NKT child company Initech, we are making the blockchain-based single sign-on system. The legacy single sign-on system made by the KT child company Initech is vulnerable to session forgery, and yeah, that is the expensive architecture for redundancy and not scalable architecture for FIDO. But in this blockchain-based single sign-on system, so we can provide the in-nature session integrity, you know very well, and we can make the in-nature redundant and cheap architecture, and we can make the secure and stable service. And this architecture is scalable for the blockchain-based FIDO. Okay, now I'm going to introduce and summarize my presentation, why telco should focus on blockchain technology. Today's internet, called as dumb pipe, because internet operators have been merely focusing on speeding up the network packet, failing to create extra value from such high-speed network. So KT prefers blockchain as a next generation network technology and make big paradigm shift from dumb pipe to smart transaction pipe by using blockchain technology. So blockchain will be overcome fundamental limits of the current internet problem, like security issue, by creating a new trusted network. And data will be secured through the stealth blockchain network. Stealth blockchain network. Stealth blockchain network. That's very important terms. So in this telco blockchain networks, we can make omni-exchange platform, which is providing exchange of everything and omni-connecting. You know, the Bitcoin is made for the cryptocurrency targeted. That is a limited platform. Very well, you know very well. So in these platforms, it is very difficult to provide big size content exchange. High-speed transaction, impossible. You know, the only 3 transactions per second allowed in Bitcoin and 13 transactions per second allowed in Ethereum. EOS case, I know very well, but I cannot do it. I cannot speak it. Anyhow, we need a fast and complete platform to handle the exchange for every transaction things. For the internet customer who is accustomed to high-speed transaction of big-size contents. So KT is now deploying fast and complete platform for targeting blockchain-based next-generation internet. So I'd like to give this presentation to whole member of the KT Blockchain Fellowship This is me, Gandalf. This is the KT Blockchain Fellowship. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your very informative, interesting presentation. Any questions for Young-A? Okay, while they're thinking, can you share what blockchain have you developed your own, or are you using some other chain for these applications?
4 years ago, we were trying to find the optimal blockchain engine to make such kind of the big site content exchange, but failed. So we decided to develop our develop by ourselves. Yes, we developed it our own technology,
Okay.
not using the public chain. Like
Very good. So you have your own chain
Right.
to support
Core
these
chain.
applications.
Core engine.
Next question that I have is that you presented a number of use cases.
Yep.
Which ones are actually in service right now?
All of them are already commercialized. Service.
All of them? Not
Yeah.
this one,
This
or
one?
not the one before?
This one? Not commercial level, but we already developed it and we show that in the SCFA. So the SCFA is handled by the KT and NTT Docomo and China Mobiles. They, after they're watching the blockchain-based roaming system, so they decided to accept this one as trial, not
Okay.
commercial, sorry.
Right. So a prototype has been developed and demonstrated.
Demonstrated.
It's not commercialized yet.
Commercialized.
What about the one before? And I'm sure that I would
Oh, this one?
the international roaming one. This one. This would be very useful, wouldn't it? Most of you travel to foreign countries. You don't use telephones anymore, right? You all use KakaoTalk and Voice Talk because they're free. It's still very expensive. But if we had this service, this kind of thing with a blockchain, that will reduce the cost,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
To the, say, local call cost rate. That would be great. And a lot more people will be using KT's smartphone and SKT's smartphone. So when will this be realized?
Already made, but we have to make certain standardization in the GSMA. But I think the major ISP and telcos are participating in this project. I think so.
So at the end of this year? Next year?
Next year.
Next year?
The end of next year, maybe.
Still taking
But-
lots of time. Too long.
But the Sprint and the SoftBank, have great interest in this project, so they will participate in.
Anyway, I'm glad to see that you've done a great work, and if many of these are really commercialized, it'll be very helpful to ordinary people in Korea and around the world. Last question. Okay, Sungu.
This is kind of a general question. So if you have all these great things that use blockchain, and you start to rely on it, and then you go abroad or do something, and suddenly your network connection breaks, and it's happened sometimes. Sometimes you go into an area of Italy, say, and there's no network connection, no Wi-Fi, nothing. So your essential service, you can no longer use it. Would you have a backup plan for something like that? Like, for instance, with navigation, you have offline maps, right? Things like that. So in this type of
As the availability perspective and redundancy perspective, KT Networks, I guarantee the #1 service quality in the world. So, the internet disaster 15 years ago, it's kind of the DNS cache issue. So we deployed the Anycast DNS in our network as worldwide, as a nationwide scale. So after that, we don't have any outage and disaster in our networks for 15 years. Very stable and very robust networks. So I think this blockchain, operate blockchain, is tightly coupled to KT networks and working. So we guarantee the stability that of operating blockchain. So that is my answer.
Okay. So, okay. Thank you very much, Young-il. Great presentation. Okay.